So there you go, Kevin. The Minister thinks that the Nationals have no clue, apparently, what's going on in regional Australia. What's your response?
Danica, if that wasn't so serious, it'd be a funny joke. I mean, blackout Bowen, seriously. So, I mean, when's the last time you've seen him with farmers on the ground in a regional community? He doesn't. He does no consultation with this stuff. So, he's a joke, and what he just said was a joke. And the biggest joke, actually, I mean, I'm sure you saw this, Danica, yesterday. The biggest joke of all was the Prime Minister was asked quite seriously when he was announcing his emissions reduction target. He was asked by a journalist, have you done the modelling? What is the cost going to be for your power bill? The press pack laughed and then he laughed. Everyone thought this was a joke. I mean, seriously, he's, stating what his emission reductions target is, and he thinks being asked a question about what this will do to power bills is a joke. We know it's a joke because obviously they said $275 3 years ago. Your power bill in 2025 would be $275 lower than it was in 2022. That's a joke. But the fact that he treated that question as a joke shows how seriously in trouble we are with this government, energy, cost of energy, and their emissions reductions targets.
Yeah, when the minister in charge of our energy grid thinks it's a laughing joke, we are in serious trouble, absolutely. Now, look, Susan Lee today maintained that the coalition will not support the 2035 target, but maintains that the coalition will not form their own position while it conducts this energy review. But if you won't back these targets, surely as a team you cannot hide anymore from making a decision on this Paris Agreement, Kevin.
Yeah, and look, Danica, we don't want to hide from making a decision, and I know there'd be people, maybe yourself, who are frustrated that we haven't arrived there yet. But I think what happened yesterday is one of the reasons that we do need to do our review, because what we want to do, and as you know, Senator Matt Carnarvon is leading the review for us as the Nationals, because what we want to do is when we land on a position is explain exactly why, and when people say, well, what does it mean for power prices, we want to tell you. We want to be able to say what we think the government's policy will mean is this for your power bill, this is what it means for industry, this is why smelters and big manufacturing is asking for subsidies, X, Y and Z, and give a number. And if we say, okay, our plan is going to be different from net zero 2050, we want to have the cost analysis done. And I think that's important. I think it's important to say that with facts and figures, and we're getting very serious independent analysis done on this, because we want to give the Australian people and the Australian voters the figures behind this about why we've done it. So I think yesterday highlights why the review is important, because they can't tell us what it means for prices. They can't tell us what it means for industry.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, Kevin, there'll be some saying, well, we just want to know what the coalition are doing here because our prices keep going up. I mean, can you understand it from a consumer perspective?
I do, and we need to arrive at a position as quickly as we can. But I do also make the point that, it's 2.5 years to the next election. We took an energy policy to the election, to the last election with our nuclear proposal, fully costed, and did all that analysis. What we take the next election will be done as well. But I think this review into net zero 2050 is important, because what we do want to tell the Australian public and the Australian energy consumer and business who are going broke because they can't pay their energy bills, we want to give them the facts and figures behind it, which this government won't do. They'll tell you their emission reductions targets. I mean, the other thing here, Danica, which is scary as well, with what they announced yesterday, it's going beyond energy. They'll be coming into the agricultural sector next, because they'll be looking for reductions within agriculture. What's that going to do to food prices? We want that analysis done as well.
Good point. Yeah, no, look, it's a fair point. Kevin Hogan, we've got to leave it there. Really appreciate you joining me on the show. Thank you so much for your time this evening.